why did you choose chocolate? What are you thinking about?
Well, actually, I was encouraging on personality studies, and so I have a lot of different bodies of work that has to do with chocolate and or like hard candies. Just really, it's like the kitchen chemistry, you know, just everything. But I felt chocolate because everyone likes chocolate. Everyone likes people, and so then on this particular one, it's called Recluse. So I was really trying to figure out from a color standpoint and a scent standpoint how to capture the concept of people who choose to be recluse and or, you know, at any given time, of course. And so I went with the peach because it's very soft and subtle. And then I went with the green because it's very pleasing and subdued. And so those are the color choices. And the ropes sort of reminded me, when I was a kid, the suckers that are on the ropes that you hold in your hand. But, you know, it's very rigid. Well, here I tried to capture the non-rigid aspect of it and just sort of hang them there.
And you have a whole series of these heads that you're using different configurations.
I actually made the urethane modes, polyurethane molds. And so, yes, I cast various materials.
All right. I don't know if the artist who did it.
I don't think Donna Wells here.
This is actually the first place in the show, and the artist is from Tennessee, so she probably can. Yeah. Okay, I wanted to ask Robert a couple of questions about his work. He's right there? Okay, great. The porcupine table, how did that come to be?
I had purchased that slab of wood from a lumberyard in California, and I'd been living with it for a little while. I didn't know exactly what I was going to do with it, and all of a sudden I just glanced over at it one day and I said, you know, a porcupine will work for it. And so then figured out how to make that happen. And the top is a Claro walnut board, and the lighter part on the one end is an English walnut graft, where a tree farm had grown the English walnut, which is not native to California, to the native species. So that explains the light part on this end. As far as it goes underneath, there's a large mound of walnut glued to the top, and that helps give the form of the back of a porcupine. And then the zebra wood quills are custom turned so that they never actually come out further than the edge of the table, but yet you get a sense of the disturbance underneath. So that's sort of the story behind that one. That's a new work, and the first time I sort of used that technique. So, and the oyster chair here, this I built for my wife several years ago, and the seat actually is one piece of wood that I had gotten for another job. It was 15 inches wide, 3 inches thick, and 15 feet long. And so basically the section in here is all one solid piece. This is all one solid piece, and then the legs and pretty much everything except for this slightly different colored piece here came out of that one massive timber. So I was sort of working with the shape of the wood in the seat, and I created that first in my spare time between all my money-making gigs. And then it grew from there. I never did one drawing or sketch for this. It all happened in the shop, and the same actually is true with porcupine, so I feel when I work like that I might get better results, sort of unexpected results. So.
And is your work usually in this vein?
My personal work is, yes, very organic. I'm inspired by all sorts of natural forms, but I have made antique reproductions and, you know, been paid to make just about anything. So, yeah, this is definitely my original style.
Beautiful. Do you have any questions for him? And you can find his work in his studio.
Yeah.
And those were two natural.
Go ahead.
There were two trees at one time, right? They were separate trees.
Which,
They
in
grew
the
together.
top here?
Yeah, right there, that part right there.
No, actually, they grow it. It was two different species, but
Oh,
this here is a natural wood. Clear walnut is natural to
Yeah.
California, and
Yeah.
English walnut is not. But they can take a graft, a small piece that they transplant onto this, and then they grow together. And if you look, the grain perfectly matches. I mean, it looks like someone dipped it in bleach almost, but it can't be reproduced.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I was
so
fortunate to find that.
Naturally.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, all of this all came out of like I say, a block of wood that was started off 3 inches thick and big. So everything is done by hand. Yeah. And tons and tons of sweat. Yeah. Exactly.
And the porcupine table won second place.
Very proud.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, would you like to talk about your wall?